Yeah, Dragon Ball fans can't read. Um, it's mind-boggling. I was gonna make a completely different video about something else, but um, I just came from a Twitter thread. Not really. Yeah, it is a thread. It was about Akira Toriyama's recent passing. He was one of my just one of the artists that I looked up to, and I grew up with Dragon Ball. It was one of the first mangas that I ever read, and one of the first animes that I've ever watched. And what really saddens me about his passing is that I always hoped that I'd meet the person behind Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball and Arale-chan and Dragon Quest and all that. But I never got the chance to, and I never will get the chance to. But I hope he's in a better place now, honestly, because after hearing what he had to go through and what he was going through before he passed away, it just seemed like there was no way out of that situation. But I don't want to make this about Akira Toriyama, so it's just I was on the Twitter thread, and there was this basically was talking about how Akira Toriyama sensei had a brain tumor before he passed, and there was someone in the comments of that thread who was saying that like, how was he still writing the story of of Dragon Ball Super before he passed away, and he still had all that going on, the whole brain tumor thing. And apparently there was somebody who commented under that comment saying that he wasn't writing the story of Dragon Ball Super and that it was Toyotaro doing the writing. Now, that is factually incorrect. Toyotaro does not do the writing of Dragon Ball Super for the most part. He does add some stuff here and there, but he doesn't do the writing. The writing comes from Akira Toriyama, which has been stated multiple times, and it's even on the volume chapters, the volume books or the volume mangas, that it's the story is by Akira Toriyama and the art is by Toyotaro. So again, it just boggles my mind that man, and even a person was trying to defend the guy by trying to post a Wikipedia page and say that it was basically, it said, let me see if I can pull it up here. It says, Toyotaro, illustrator of the Dragon Ball Super manga, which began serialization before the anime began airing, explained that he receives the major plot points from Toriyama before drawing the storyboard and filling in the details in between himself. He sends the manga storyboard to Toriyama for review, who edits the initial draft, making dialogue and art changes before sending it back to Toyotaro, who illustrates the final draft and sends it to Shueisha for publication. So that itself already immediately debunks the whole Toyotaro does the story and Toriyama's just there basically along for the ride, which it's crazy to me how people have not realized that was what was going on. Toriyama does not do the art for Dragon Ball anymore because he has other projects he has to focus on. Rest in peace. He was doing the story for it because he still wanted to do Dragon Ball, despite the fact that he basically couldn't keep up with the weekly publication anymore because, well, he's old. At that point, he was very old, and he basically couldn't do what he was doing back at the young age that he was doing it. Because remember, when he was young, he was publishing Dr. Slump, and right after Dr. Slump, he immediately went to doing Dragon Ball. So it wasn't like he took a rest time or anything like that. He was bringing out these mangas in quick succession. It's ridiculous. He was also doing multiple one-shots, and he was involved in different projects that didn't have anything to do with manga. It's crazy what the guy was doing at the time he was doing it, and the fact that he was able to do any of that at all honestly shows how much hard work he put into his craft and just the dedication that he put into what he really loved doing. And the fact that somebody is arguing the fact that he didn't do any of, he basically just gave everything to Toyotaro to do is a little bit insulting. But that's not what I'm not triggered over the fact that they said that. What I'm just saying is that if you're gonna say something, especially in the internet, especially with the whole meme that Dragon Ball readers can't read, it's a little bit. it doesn't help. It doesn't help with the fact that that you literally are backing up the statements that they're saying that Dragon Ball readers can't read. It doesn't help us. Stop doing that. All you're doing is just perpetrating the fact that people will just keep using these points to bash us over the head over and over again. Now, I read all Dragon Ball content, but I'm not to the point where I'm a super fan anymore. I've stopped being a super fan of Dragon Ball Z / Dragon Ball Super / Dragon Ball for a long time now. It's been like 5 years since I've been in like the Dragon Ball. I didn't even see the last Dragon Ball movie, bro. Like, I've been that out of the Dragon Ball space for a while now. The last Dragon Ball movie I saw was the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, and I really loved that movie. I haven't seen Superhero yet, but I will watch it, and I am planning to watch. I'm planning to watch Dragon Ball Daima when it comes out. So, whatever that happens, I just hope that it's good, and I hope that, Akira Toriyama's last project is. I hope it's something that I could thoroughly enjoy. But that to be said, Dragon Ball fans, you need to pick up a book sometimes, because honestly, I don't even think you read the manga. Y'all just be looking at the images and then call it a day, and then you just sit back and act like you read something. You didn't read anything. I read, but then now I'm even contemplating if I actually read, because, well, this guy doesn't know what the hell he's saying. Like, what the hell are you typing in saying that Toriyama didn't do any of the story, when he's literally the one giving him the point by point, beat for beat story to write, and he even says that Toyotaro gets the story, and then he makes his own improvements on it, and then he sends it back to Toriyama to review it, who, either adds stuff or removes stuff from it so sends it back to Toyotaro, who works on the final draft, and then sends it to Shueisha to publish it. So again, it's just, I find it really funny how Dragon Ball fans can't read. They can't read. Oh man. And I really thought we were gonna beat the allegations, but I guess not. Man, this sucks. Well, at least we're not Jujutsu Kaisen fans.